So the title of my book is called "The Koala Who Could." Uh, the reason why I chose this book is because I know that Kevin the koala he's going through some challenges and kind of like what the kids are facing now. So I thought that rereading this to my daughter would help maybe relate some things that are going on right now that maybe she has to experience going through some difficult times. Maybe I was hoping for more things from her talking about not being in school and how it's different. Not, I don't know. I thought it would provide some good content for her and I to talk about. Um, So what I did to prepare for this read aloud was I let my daughter know the day before that I was going to be reading to her, and the reason why I was reading to her was for not just for fun, but for my class. And so I thought that that might engage her a little more and have her feel like more of a student. Um, and then, so I did that the day before, and then the day of, I let her have the book and go through the pages and look at the pictures and maybe identify some words that she knew. Um, so that's what I did to prepare. To be totally honest, I was like really nervous to do this. I read to my daughter quite often, but and I do these types of prompts and things like that while we're reading. But I was just more nervous because it was an assignment, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was weird. It was really weird. When I began reading, everything was fine. It comes natural, just to kind of read and engage her in the content and in the text. So it was really fun. When I was done, I felt like I identified some things that I could have definitely done better, uh, like right away. So yeah, that's how I felt about that. What were the children's reactions to the book? My daughter was really excited. I hadn't. This is a book that we used well, not read a lot, but when it was new, we read it often, and it'd been a while since we've read it. So I pulled it out, and she was excited. She's like, "Oh yeah, I remember this book," and so. Um, but I knew that she didn't know the whole thing, so I didn't. It was tough, but she was excited that we were going to read the book. During the book when I was reading to her, I felt like she was really engaged. I felt like she really enjoyed us talking back and forth about what was going on in the text and having her find different things within the book. And after I asked her a follow up question about not about the book, but just about if she's been going through any difficult times. And the other day, because brushing teeth has kind of been like a big deal now. It's kind of like a daily battle with my son, not so much my daughter. So my son and I were outside, and I decided to grab a toothbrush, or his toothbrush, and Marley's toothbrush as well. And I had their brush some teeth outside and spit in a bucket, right? My son was all for it. He loved brushing his teeth that day, but my daughter was just grossed out. And so when I asked her about something difficult that she's had to do, that's what she was talking about at the end of the video. She was talking about how she didn't like spitting in the bucket after brushing her teeth. So I like I got not nervous, but I was like, "Oh my god, what else is she gonna say?" And so I just totally cut it off. Um, Whereas maybe if I was in the classroom, I would, or I know I wouldn't have reacted that way. I probably would have kept engaging with the student or find another student to engage with. But I just thought it was hilarious about how that was the first thing that came to her head. Um, I kind of just talked about some of the challenges, some of the strengths I feel like that I have is that I'm animated when I read. I might not have been as animated for this because I was so nervous. I don't understand why I was nervous. Um, but I also really enjoy to engage the students in the text and kind of quiz them, give them little like, hey, so if he's saying this, how does he feel this way, or do you think he feels this way? I enjoy those things. And it's also a challenge for me to be able to read the text and find something that relates to the kids as well, and that's something that I enjoy too. What could I have done differently? I think I could have maybe recorded Marley looking, or the child looking at the book, and maybe asking them questions to engage them in the text before we read, so that it gets their mind going. I think that would have been nice. Again, I think I would have elaborated more at the end with the students, maybe done like a drawing or something like that to, kind of connect the text with something that relates to them. What did I learn about myself? Or what did you learn about reading aloud to children? I, I substituted this past year, and what I've learned about reading to children from that experience, and then the experience that I just had, is that you have to just you have to be fun. You have to let it go, and you have to get into the book if you expect them to get into the book. Um, I think that children just want to be read to, and they enjoy hearing, and they enjoy the imaginative thing that like books spark. And I know for my daughter, she is always in that imaginative world. She is like always wanting to build things, do things, and I feel like books really help generate that creativeness. What did I learn myself as about a teacher? That when I'm reading, I just need to slow down sometimes, um, and not worry so much. Just read the book and have fun, and that I love doing this. I truly do, and I can't wait to do it as my career. Yeah, it's cool with my daughter. It's fun, but I can't wait for all this to finally be done and over with, so I can get going. So thank you for listening. Sorry if it was hard. um, this was like different for me. I've never recorded myself doing anything really, so thank you for being patient, and thank you for allowing me to push myself. It was really cool. Have a good day.